Hi there, this is Parth and welcome to new video guys. In this video we are going to discuss about the foldable smartphone display and how this foldable smartphone display technology works. Is there any difference between the normal smartphone that we are using that are not foldable and the foldable smartphone that is launched by the Samsung and Motorola and any other Android smartphone manufacturers? So in this video we will going to also discuss about the different parts of the smartphone displays and what are their exact function that we will be going to discuss in the detail. Also we will discuss that is there any difference between the foldable smartphones display material that is being used and the normal smartphone that we are using. So first, let's talk about the normal smartphone that we are using, how these displays are made and what are the exact materials and components that are being used in this smartphone displays. So basically, there are five different layers in any smartphone displays, be it a expensive or a mid-range, or it doesn't matter if your smartphone has a touchscreen, which is right now for all the smartphones. Then this almost five layers will be there for any smartphone. So first let's start with the topmost layer, that is the cover layer. This is the layer where we as a user can interact with the smartphone. We give different commands to smartphone via the touch screen, and this is very touch sensitive, and this is also the layer which is a protective. And it will protect the smartphone displays internally from the different atmospheric hazards like pressure, temperature, shock, and etc. So this is the topmost layer. Now let's come to the second layer, that is the TFT layer. Now this is now something important. This is gets a little bit technical. This is a TFT layer. If you see on the internet, the TFT is the full form is the thin film transistor. So every smartphone display has the TFT layer. Now what is the function of this TFT layer? You can say this is one kind of a current or the voltage regulator. It will give command to different LEDs how much current or the voltage needs to be given to each pixel, be it a LCD display or the OLED display or anything. It needs power, and this transistor acts like how much power given to each pixel. And when we will give the power to each pixel differently, then they will emit different colors each LED, and then each diode, and we will get to see the final picture. Now below this TFT layer, according to the display technology, if it is a LCD display, then there will be a liquid that will be used. If it LED display, then different LEDs will be used, and if it the OLED display, then different organic materials used. Now here comes the interesting part, that is basic difference between the OLED displays and the other displays like LCD, LED that we used to see earlier. Now almost all the smartphone except the entry-level smartphone have the OLED displays about 20 or 25,000 rupees. So here comes the interesting part. The working principle of the both the display technology is little bit of different. In the OLED displays, what happens is it's self-illuminating. So that means they need power, but it can turn on individually. So for an example, your smartphone display has a 200 LEDs and it is using the OLED technology. Then let's say in some picture, in video or some photos, you need only half of the screen to be illuminated. Then you need to give power only half of the screen. That other half of the screen, if it is not needed, then it will not give power to that half of the screen, and it will be completely power off, and that way it consumes a lot less power, a lot less heating, and a lot more efficient. Because in any day, in any smartphones right now, the most power hungry resource or the component to any smartphone is the display itself. It consumes most of the power in any given smartphone at any point of a given time. So this is the working of the OLED display. Now let's talk about the working of the LCD displays and LED display, or any kind of a display technology other than the OLED display. Now in the LED display, because LED is a now very old technology, and it is almost gone. So let's talk about the LED displays. LED displays works like you have a different kind of LEDs in beyond the TFT transistor. So whenever you will give power to individual LEDs, then it will lit up. And for an example, let's say you don't want, in the previous example as I have told you, that if you don't want some part of your picture or display to not to be illuminated, then still you need to give to some amount of power to that LED. So that is the difference between the OLED display technology and LED display technology. Now that is the main fundamental how this technology work. Now let's talk about the foldable smartphone. Now whenever brands started making brands started making the OLED displays, foldable displays, then a big question came into their mind from the user perspective, is that how this technology will work, how we will going to make this technology so much advanced and so much durable that it will last very long. Because ultimate thing in the display technology is the durability, color reproduction, and if it is getting damaged or not after a prolonged use of time, and is it tough enough to use in the regular environment, in the harsh environment, because lots of people have a different kind of a usage. So it doesn't necessarily that all the people use it very swiftly and can take care of it. Some people might not be able to take care of that displays as they are taking care of the normal smartphone displays, because so here come is the polyamide displays. Now in the starting of the stage, brands use the polyamide. Uh, Here comes the material polyamide. In the starting stage of the foldable smartphone making, brands use the plastic as their display because it is very durable. It can be folded in the different angles and different shapes as compared to the LCD technology, and it was more of a first choice because the foldable smartphone is evolving at the starting stage. But soon they have realized that they have a problem of the scratching the screen, and they are not as durable, they are not as scratch resistant as the normal smartphone display glass. So they switch to the PI, that is a polyamide, which is a special kind of a material which is used to make the foldable smartphones. They are more durable, they are more cost effective, and they are more scratch resistant as compared to the plastics. Later on, brands like Samsung and all, they have used the ultra thin glass UTG to design their flagship foldable smartphones. Now here comes the interesting part. Many of you might argue that then what is the role of the OLED display? Now the difference between main fundamental that I have already told you, that in the LED display, the LEDs are used and that cannot be folded. It cannot be folded to a different angle and different shape, whereas the LED has OLED has the organic material, so it can be folded as you want, and with the help of the hinge you can make the smartphone displays foldable. So that was the big advantage over the LCD display. And the very base layer is the substrate layer. This layer is what on the top of that all the other layers will lie down, and your smartphone display will make. So this is the base layer, and on the top of that TFT layer, OLED layer, cover layer, and all the other one or two different kind of layer based on the manufacturing they will put into that. Whenever you will see the foldable smartphone or the display smartphones with the curved display, then there will be 100% chance that this smartphone will be having the OLED display. So guys, this was all about the smartphone display technology, how this foldable smartphone display works. I hope you have find this video helpful, and if you have find it helpful, then share and subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, goodbye, take care. This is Parth signing off.